Hey guys, and welcome back to our channel. My name is Alexis, and with me I have Evelina, and
Hello.
together we
Hello.
are the Powderpuff Girls.
Hooray.
Hooray,
Oh,
hooray!
we
And
did it. Sorry.
um, today we are talking about inspiration and how to get it back once you've lost it. I myself
Oh,
have been, Evelyn and I have both been struggling a little with our creativity and how we want to move forward once we've lost our mojo, basically. I mean, like for me, I don't know about you, Evelina, but for me, I have been in a serious creative rut lately.
for me, it's not like I have been in a rut lately. I'm actually coming back from a rut, I think.
Yeah.
But I get them occasionally when I've been. It's like I have like parts of my life where I'm very creative, followed by like a period of not wanting to do anything, not feeling it, not being able to. Hi, Mimi. Just got off work.
Hey.
Well, yay! It's been a while. Welcome to the stream. Um, but I um uh right now I'm actually coming back from a dry spell. Let's say.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just it's like I think my problem is trying to do something original that nobody else has done before.
Yeah,
And
that is impossible.
exactly. And that's what I was just about to say. It's like you told me a year ago, if you think about it, every single thing has been done.
Mhm.
It's really hard to do something that someone else hasn't done before you.
Yeah,
Um,
and it's like because I come from a background in art. My even my art teacher basically said to me, like, there is no such thing as originality. It's like because everything has been done in art as well, and I feel like the thing you can do is you make your own thing out of it.
mhm.
Like you use your own eye and you use your own technique and you kind of spin it to be your own, and that's the way you make it original to you.
Mhm.
But having a totally your original idea is impossible. And if you look at most of the makeup looks, because we are working in makeup right now, a lot of it takes inspiration from art or life. Like,
Yeah. Mm, yeah.
sorry, I dropped my mirror. It's a
Oh,
plastic
I'm
mirror.
sorry you've been in a rut, Mimi. That sucks.
Yeah. I'm just gonna write that we're on the stream.
Okay. Um, I shared it as well under my Twitter. I need to fix
Mm,
my camera real quick because it's driving me nuts. It's not straight.
okay.
There we go. It's straight on now. Okay. It's
Yes.
much better now. All good.
Mm,
Yeah, it's and the thing is when you get into like a creative rut, it's really fucking hard to get out of it. Like I and then like I have all these grand ideas for these makeup looks that
mm,
I want to do. And then like this, I have filmed like 4 videos and I have not been happy with 3 of them, you know.
yeah.
And it's like, do I just go ahead and put the content out because I have it? Or do I like keep trying to refine it and then, then put it out? Um,
Mm,
but I see the problem that I have is I can't sit for 6, 8, 10 hours like, Nikki Tutorials does when she does her intricate makeup looks. I
mm-hmm.
can't sit for that long. Like I physically can't do it. And so
Yeah.
like it's like Paul says with me, anytime we go out, I have a timer. And once that timer starts, I have a limited amount of time that we can be out or I can be doing something. And so that I
Mm.
think is part of it as well.
Yeah, I think like because we both live with chronic pain, it kind of affects our way to deal with stuff that people without pain don't have to think about.
Yeah.
But I also feel like getting into a creative block is part of the creative process. And it's like, again, like my teacher said, it's when we're in that rut that we evolve mentally.
Yeah.
Because like she used to say, like when you're in, it's like you do stuff and you feel good and you do artwork, and then all of a sudden you forget how to do it.
Yeah.
It's like you physically don't know what how to do something you could do last week.
Mm.
And it's really frustrating, and you kind of push yourself, and it's annoying, and it's like it's frustrating and everything. But that is actually when the growth happens,
Yeah.
when you're in the rut. Because when you come out of the rut, you kind of take 2 steps forward.
Yeah.
It's like you take 1 step forward, like feel like you're a failure and can't do anything, and during that process your mind grows, like you do a growth mentally.
Yeah.
And when you're out of it, you have evolved because of it.
Yeah.
So for me, I try to remember that even though it it sucks when you're in it, especially when you kind of feel like you have to be on your game all the time.
Yeah.
But I try to remind myself that in the rut, stuff happens
Yeah.
in, like, mentally.
Yeah.
We need it to evolve. If we don't want to evolve, fine. But so
Yeah.
for me, I think it's something we need to do.
Mm. I feel like it gets frustrating when like you have the problem of comparing yourself to other people. Like I have that problem big time.
Mhm.
I am constantly comparing myself to other makeup artists that I see online.
Mhm.
And I try really hard not to, because I know that one, I haven't been doing creative makeup like this for very long at all. I came
No.
from a background of working at a makeup counter. Like I worked for Lancome for 2 years, and I worked for Stila for like 1 year or 6 months, something like that. And
Mm.
so I was used to doing like bridal makeup. I could do makeup on myself, but trying to do like makeup looks like they are now, you know,
Mm.
I'm not there yet. I'm not really skilled at it. And it's frustrating. It's really frustrating. Um,
Mhm.
and yeah, I've been struggling with it, comparing myself to other people and going, well, they can do it and it doesn't do it.
Mm.
And it's so much more complicated than that.
Yeah, it is like, to be honest, I have a history where I've always excelled in art. Um, I've always been best in class, basically, when it comes to art.
Yeah.
And when I entered art school, where all of us best in art class gathered in the same class, I suddenly wasn't the best in class. It was really hard for me to accept that I had to work
Yeah.
for my talent. Like, because when you always get feedback that you're so good, you're the best, like, you know what I mean? It kind of becomes, you get comfortable in that position of being the best in the group.
Yeah.
And I think that now that we are in a grouping, that there are so many talented people,
Mm.
suddenly we're not automatically the best. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's it's just like, it's not, we're not used to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to not toot my own horn. It's just that has been my history. I've never had to struggle for creative things,
Hmm.
um, until I ended up in a group where all of us was. So, you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
think that is something, because we hang out in social media where we all do basically the same thing, like creating makeup looks. We are automatically compare ourselves to the people we admire.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, Mimi, it's really hard to put yourself out there and make a video. I was scared shitless in my first video. I literally had a pad of paper in front of me, and I had the list of steps that Jackie Ina would do in her videos. So, you do your your primer, then you do your foundation, then you do your concealer, you let the concealer bake, and then you bake your under eyes, and and I had this all written down, and I was shaking so bad. I was so scared.
Mm-hmm.
It's a matter of just, saying, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do
Mm-hmm.
it. And you do it, and once you do it, you're like, that wasn't so bad.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Like when you've done 3 videos and published it, you kind of like, why did I wait so long for this?
Yeah.
Uh, Another advice I would have is to actually film the video, edit the video, upload the video, but keep it private.
Yeah.
Because so that you do everything, but you don't have to force yourself into, if I do this, I have to publish it. If you do the work, but the thing that usually happens is you do a look, you're happy with the look, you're happy with the video, and you feel like, I've done all this work. Is it just gonna sit here being private for forever? You know what I mean?
Yep. 100%.
So that would be my advice, to do the video and everything, and just do all the work. And if you don't want to publish it, fine, but then you've done everything, so you know what it is to do a video. Yeah, start with unboxings. Those are fun. I like unboxings, actually.
Yes. Absolutely.
I really like unboxings.
Fun.
Yeah, it's just like I watch it unboxings because I can't buy it myself, so I kind of live through other people.
Yeah.
Yeah, open that box.
Hi,
Hello. Sorry.
Mimi, there are lots of people that do their videos on the phone. For ages, for at least 6 months, I was using my my little Logitech camera / microphone. And I used that for ages. And then I finally got myself a professional camera, but that's because I wanted to play more with one better what I felt would make me succeed. And you can succeed with Amelia Fart films all of her stuff on her phone. Anna's Rants and Beauty, she does her, or Beauty and Rants or whatever. She uses her iPhone as well, or laptop screen, something like that. The thing is that I was looking at all these other YouTubers, and all I wanted to do was to be like everybody else, because I thought that this YouTube gig was gonna like take off. I was gonna be this really popular makeup artist. People were gonna love me, and I've been stuck at 116 subscribers for, I want to say, like 4, 5, maybe 6 months. So, like, it's a hard slog, dude. It's hard getting recognized.
Oh, it's okay, Angela. We just started, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I said, like the only reason I actually have a camera is because I'm a photographer, and I use the same camera as I have when I take photos. So I just used what I have, and I feel like there's so many people that use their camera because the camera, they use their cell phones, I mean, and because the camera quality is usually so good on the phones these days that it works perfectly fine. Yeah. So I don't think it's an issue. And also, I think we compare ourselves to people who were not always on this high level of quality. Like if you were to look back 10 years when Nikki Tutorial started with her videos, or James Charles in the beginning, or Jenna Marbles, if you go back, they didn't start with this like high tech in like equipment.
Yeah.
Get about those things. Like right now, I'm streaming from a webcam, and it's a fairly good webcam, but it's still a webcam,
Yeah, I'm streaming from my camera, and I just put a new lens on it that I didn't even know I had. So, because my husband's grandfather is a collector of cameras, he loves photography and like video. Like he loves going on holidays and taking like thousands of pictures. And so he had, when he bought his new digital camera, he had a lot of cameras and parts and stuff like that for cameras, and he gave it to us because he knows that Paul really loves photography. And it's ended up being really helpful for me.
Yeah. No, I think that if we I wonder if it's like the lack of inspiration often has like it begins with people having high standards on themselves that it's hard to reach them. Like you're not allowed to be good for what you can do yourself. You always compare yourself with people who have done this for 5+ years, who are millionaires or almost millionaires.
Yeah.
Who do this as a living.
Yeah.
But here we are, no money basically, no time, like no real equipment. And based on what we can do, what we're doing is good. It's good enough, but we compare ourselves to those who has money and time and maybe a team behind them, to be honest. And I think that's a big issue for a lot of people, that we put such a high standard on ourselves, even though we don't need to.
Yeah.
Like the only people we need to compare ourselves with is ourselves from yesterday.
Yeah. And that's a hard thing that's a hard thing to remember, especially if you're a YouTube junkie and you watch all the beauty videos and you watch all the big YouTubers and even some of the smaller YouTubers, and you're like, I'm doing the same thing as they are, and I'm not. Yeah, Angelo, that and also the significant growth compared to others who have already made it. That's a motherfucker. Yeah, it's
the stagnant growth.
Yeah, which is where I'm at right now. I'm stagnant.
I have also been stuck. Like, to be honest, I can't really blame anyone but myself, because I took such a long break from YouTube.
Yeah.
Like several weeks of it where I didn't want to do anything, because the most important thing for me is to have fun with my YouTube channel. So if I started pushing myself to produce content for my YouTube channel, I would end up not liking YouTube, and I would stop it. So that's why I took a long break a few weeks ago. But I think a lot of YouTubers are afraid of pauses.
Of what?
Of pauses, like breaks.
Oh, yeah.
Like if they have a 2-week break, that is going to their career is going to crash and burn or something.
Yeah. Well, it's like a few weeks ago, Jenna Marbles took a break, and she was like, guys, I'm really, really sorry. We have a holiday planned that, we've had planned for I can't remember. It was an insane amount of time. And she's like, we're going to be back. We're going to be gone for a week. And I'm really sorry, but we're not going to upload. And it's like, you're allowed to take a holiday. Like, nobody should feel like they have to work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Like, that's not fair. That's not fair.
Yeah, and I know people who kind of pre-record videos for weeks in order to get a holiday, like a summer break. Yeah. And I kind of feel like I get it, because for a lot of people it's their job, and they need to earn that money, and they also feel like a responsibility to their fan base and everything, and that the algorithm is going to screw with them and everything. I just feel like it's so. I don't know when we ended up like with YouTubers not being allowed to disappear for a week or two.
Yeah. Hey, Bastet.
Bastet, hi.
I think part of it is they feel like, because the attention span of people nowadays is so short that maybe if they go away from their channel, then they are, gonna lose subscribers. But like honestly, if you had to work on videos and it took you days to edit your videos, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Look at, because it is a job for some people. And in your normal daily life, you know, outside of social media, if you're, you know, not a YouTuber, you know, you like taking holidays and you like having your week or 2 weeks off, or, you know,
Mm-hmm.
bank up your leaves, you know, a month off, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And like you wouldn't think twice about taking that holiday if you had it.
Mm.
You know, I
I
just
think
think it's unfair to hold YouTubers to such an like an unrealistic uh
mm. And I also feel like, you know, the YouTuber burnout thing, I think that is very common for those who do creative stuff like makeup or art,
mhm.
because you always have to produce something new. Like and you don't really want to repeat yourself.
Yeah.
And at one point, you're going to have to repeat yourself. How many different kinds of smoky eyes can you do? I mean,
Yeah.
it's like Nika Tutorials got so much heat for making too many skull makeup
Videos
looks
during
for her Halloween look. Like, but how many different Halloween looks can you do when everything has been done?
Mhm. Yep.
And
Yeah.
I feel like for people like that, it is also um, not only themselves pressuring themselves to create and achieve and just do more. It's also the audience that is like asking for a bit too much.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I personally lost my inspiration when my hand's starting to get bad. I'm trying to get back at it now, slowly but surely. The tortoise
Tortoise.
lost wonder race. The turtle wonder race.
Turtle.
The tortoise? What?
Turtle.
Yeah, I really get I lose my inspiration when I have a bad patch with my pain, because like I do a lot of makeup looks that involves my face, and my pain is in my face. Like, you
Yeah.
know, I have I don't really want to do any makeup because my pain is located mostly behind my right eye.
Yeah.
I just don't want to. And when you feel like you have like balloon in your head, your brain stops working. So when I get my bad pain attacks, it's like I cannot even think about applying makeup or being creative.
Yeah.
um and my issue is that during the winters I have a lot of pain, and that gets me depressed because I can't be creative as much.
Mm. Yeah.
um and so it kills the inspiration.
Yeah.
So I think that like outside aspects affects the inspiration thing, you know?
Hmm. Yeah. I would agree with that. And it's hard also, like to, like you said, to do something different every
Hmm.
video. And
Yeah.
you know, some of these people that are putting out like 3 videos a week, like Monday,
Mm.
Wednesday, Friday, you know, I just I can't even fathom doing that. And you know, people video upload and then they do like little um like the funny editing. Oh God, what's her name? Oh, Spanky Valentine,
Mm.
also known as
Yeah.
Swoop. Like she makes proper like episodes. You know what I mean? Like
Mm.
they the way they're edited, the way they're shot, like there's so much
But
production.
to be honest, though, I think that people like Spanky and Shane and James and Jeffrey, they have a team that works with them.
Yeah.
Um, and we easily forget that they have a team working with them, that helping them with social media, helping them with editing, helping them with basically everything. The bigger they get, the more help they get,
Yeah.
I assume.
Yeah.
Like it's like, look at PewDiePie. He does his recordings and then he sends them off to his editors.
Wish
He
I had
doesn't edit anything. No, yeah, exactly. Like, and the editing, I love editing, but it takes time. It takes so much time.
It does.
Okay. Also, gardening has helped me a lot to look beyond the pain and with my depression. Just knowing I'll get food out of suffering. To me, it isn't suffering, but I want to be melodramatic. Yeah. No, I feel like doing things that's just relaxing on the side of the job, let's say.
Yeah.
I think that is important.
Yeah.
And I think like stuff like gardening and taking care of pets, I think that is really good for your soul, honestly.
Yeah.
But even if it's a plant, it's something that needs to be taken care of a bit. Or for me, like pets and kids, it's just relaxing. And especially if you manage to not kill them, the plants, I mean, not the kids or animals. But if you manage to not kill the kids, that's great.
Yes. Then you've done a good thing for the day.
They survived another day. Hoot, hoot.
Toot, toot. Yeah. I would love to do gardening, but I can't.
Yeah.
I've got a beautiful garden in my backyard. Like my backyard's beautiful. I love my backyard. It's cemented over, so thank God we don't have any grass to cut. But I've got really high flower beds and stuff like that set up around the perimeter of our house. And a lot of it is raised up because it's got the railroad sleepers, like the wooden sleepers, like banked up and stuff like that. But one year I tried to grow my own vegetables. I managed to grow tomatoes, zucchinis, and I can't remember what else. But I felt so good about myself. Like I was so proud of me.
Yeah.
And I wish I could go back because I loved gardening. I mean, my dad and I would garden together all the time, and I actually really enjoyed it. It was hard work though, and my back, I can't.
Yeah, I think that it depends on what kind of a garden you want. Because like we don't have a vegetable garden. I want one, but I haven't had the time and money to fix one. But I have a big garden. Like my garden is huge, and we have a few flower beds that I take care of. But I focus on flowers that basically tend to themselves. Instead of like weeding out that often, I plant flowers that cover the ground so they suffocate the weed. So that I don't have to do the hard work. So I have a garden that looks amazing, but I don't have to do much with it.
Yeah.
So I think it kind of depends on what you want to do with your garden. If you want the vegetable garden, it's more work.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But I love just going around my garden and looking at all the bugs and the birds and the flowers and everything.
It's very
so for me
peaceful.
Yeah, it's like almost therapeutic. And when I sit in I have a hammock that I sit in every time it's sort of nice out. I just look at everything growing around me because I try to plant stuff that grows in different seasons. So it's not just flowers in July, but it grows in May and June and August and September as well. Look at me sounding like an expert. Yeah. No, I have lived here for 13 years. The first year I couldn't do shit. I knew nothing about gardening. But now I kind of learned because I wanted to.
Yeah.
I have a ghetto one. Hubs made tables. I use grow bags, corrugated boxes he brings from work, and 5-gallon pails. It's not pretty, but it's easier for me, and I love it. I think like it kind of depends on what we want to do. Like for Bastet, it's important to have vegetables and like for sustainable, like stuff you can grow and then eat. For me, it's not important if I can eat the stuff. I just want it to look pretty.
Yeah.
and to be easy to take care of.
Mm. Yeah. But you also get a lot of inspiration. And going back to the
Mm-mm,
topic, you get a lot of inspiration from your garden. Like this
mm-hmm,
summer, you have done some beautiful looks based off of flowers in your garden.
mm-hmm. Yeah, because like I said, I love the flowers growing in my garden, and it just inspired, like nature overall inspires me in my work as a photographer. And when I do when I do photography, I look at other things because I'm drawn to the not traditional beautiful things. So
Hmm.
I like to look at flowers withering and see how the process is and what they look like without the petals and everything, because usually the structure of the flower is really beautiful when you just look at it.
Yeah.
But for my makeup looks, I have this summer done a lot of it from based off my garden,
Hmm.
because there's so much outside. If you just look close enough, there's beauty in everything.
Yeah.
And like even in bugs, like even if you don't like bugs, bugs are so beautiful if you look at it with an open mind, I would say.
Yeah. The only thing that I can't um look at with it with an open mind is spiders.
Yeah, I totally get that. Like when you have a phobia that you can't really get inspiration from it. um I totally get that. Like I have a thing with ticks. I can't see anything beautiful in ticks. They are just horrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hate them, kill them.
Well, like Evelina is really funny because we were talking the other day and Evelina was like, "Ooh, look at this spider." And I saw it crawl on the screen and I was like, "No, no, 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 turn it off, turn it off, I can't look at it."
I forgot that she was afraid of spiders, and I was like, "Ooh, pretty!"
Yeah.
And like shoved it in her face, and I like, "Oops."
And then she was like, "It's got babies." And I was like, "No."
Burn the house down.
I got so freaked out. I was like, "No."
I would never have showed it if I remembered it. I totally forgot because I got so excited that it had an egg sac under its stomach, and I was like, "Ooh!"
Oh, that was scary.
Yeah, I'm sorry about
No,
that.
no,
So
it's
sorry.
fine. Dude, we can't remember everything all the time. Like the fact that you can't remember that your best friend is terrified of spiders, doesn't say a lot about you. It's
Oh, shut up. But it's funny with phobias and stuff like that, like what we don't like and what we like. But speaking of inspiration, do you have like a tip for anyone that is wanting to get out of it?
to get inspiration. Ooh,
Yeah, or get back
um,
from a rut, a creative block, or something.
just do it.
Mm,
I mean, it might seem like it's a really big chore, but if you just do it, like just you don't have to record it, you don't have to edit anything, just
mm,
start playing.
mm,
And like if you have an errand to run that day or whatever, do your face up. If
mm,
if you're going to dinner or something like that, just put your makeup on. I that's how I kind of got out of mine, is I just started doing it again. And Evelina's been
mm.
helping me get out of mine.
Oh,
Because I've been having health issues and stuff like that lately. So I lost my momentum. And Evelina's been giving me some avant-garde looks. So I mean, if you go to our channels, the avant-garde looks that I've been doing have been picked by Evelina, and I feel like they have really helped me because I'm
mm,
actually, creating and duplicating and getting like these different ideas in my head.
mm,
And yeah, but I also have been struggling with my execution, and that is another thing that I'm totally having to work through right now.
mm. But
But
it's like I said, like it's like we suddenly reach a point where we forgot how to do something we knew how to do last week.
mhm.
It's part of the creative process. You feel like you're good at what you're doing, you like what you're doing, and all of a sudden you can't do what you were good at 2 days ago, and you have like no inspiration, no ideas, and you can't even do like the simplest thing
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
It's like you wake up and just I don't remember how to do this. I
Mm-hmm.
don't understand what's happening to me. And you get some sort of a desperation thing going on that you have to get back to the things you could do yesterday.
Yeah.
And you kind of push yourself because I'm supposed to know how to do this. But it's in this period that you actually evolve mentally, because stuff is happening in your brain even though you're not aware of it, that you are figuring stuff out, everything. Oh, hi, girl.
Girl.
So I think like when we have our periods of feeling like total failures, that is when we evolve mentally, and all of a sudden you get your groove back. You know how to do the things again, and you can even do it better this time
Mm-hmm.
because you have been thinking and processing about it, and you kind of come back, and you come back stronger. Like
Yeah.
that is part of the process, and I think that is part of every creative process.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And when you're in the middle of the creative block, it sucks, but
Oh,
you're gonna get out of it.
yeah.
I think what is important to do when you're in a creative block is to exercise your hands, or your feet if your hands doesn't work. You know what? Just never stop creating.
Mm.
Even if it's like something, okay, so my hands doesn't work right now, I can't use them. Well, figure something else out. Um, I don't like think you have to do one thing. Like you're doing macrame, you're cooking. I think cooking and baking is a creative thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think gardening is creative. I think playing games is creative.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you have to limit yourself to doing just one thing,
Mm-hmm.
as long as you do something to exercise your creativity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And if you can physically, do the things that you want to be good at.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing is happening in my brain, like empty vacuum, maybe a little marble rolling around from time to time. Well, he has entered vacation mode,
Yes.
Angelo. Yeah.
Angelo mode.
No, but I also think like the things with me challenging you with avant-garde looks that you recreate. The thing is, it's nothing you have to think about, but
Mm-hmm.
you're exercising the movements.
Yeah.
You're doing the physical work, but you're not putting pressure on yourself to be original, to create something new, to create something special. But it's still going to help you because
Yeah.
you're broadening your horizon. You're working with your hands. You know what I mean? I think we have to stop putting pressure on ourselves to be totally unique and original and perfect and just always succeeding.
Yeah. Yeah. I think on YouTube it's a lot of everybody is succeeding but me kind of thing. And it's almost like a FOMO kind of type of thing, if that
Mm,
makes sense. Like you see all these other people like Raw Beauty Christie, Jackie Ina, Tati Westbrook, well, Tati married into money, but um, you know, uh who else? Lots of other people that,
yeah.
are doing something really fun, and they've got
Mm.
to make this their job. And I wish I could do
Uh,
that. You know what I mean?
and girl says it's really cool that you're challenging each other. Your looks have been amazing. Thank
Oh,
you.
thank you.
Yeah, I also think that these people you're mentioning is such a small percentage of YouTube.
That is true too. That is
Like most of us on YouTube are not monetized. For one,
yeah,
like we are so many under 1,000 subs that are not even up for monetization.
yeah.
like how many are there on YouTube? Like 5 billion or something? I don't know.
Oh my
But
God.
there's a lot of YouTubers,
Yeah.
and the people who are succeeding is like it's not even 3% of
Yeah.
those people.
Yeah.
So it's like we can't really compare ourselves to the top 10%
Yeah. Yeah.
because it's so hard to get there. Um, and these people have done it for so long,
Mhm.
and we can't really like skip all the work. Like we can't go from point A to point Z.
Yeah. Like I
We have to do
honestly,
like a bit.
I had no idea it was going to be this hard to get people to follow me on YouTube. I had
Now,
no idea. And like
no,
I said,
same.
I've been stuck at 116 for months, probably 6 months, if not longer. Um,
Hmm.
because I was doing a massive giveaway if I hit 100 subs, which I did. And I was up at like 125 at one point, and now I'm like I've lost 10 subscribers. I keep gaining one and then losing one, and
Mm.
it's really hard. And if you don't have like your community tab or your engagement, with your subscribers, it's really hard to know what they want.
Hmm.
And I'm really, really bad at social media. Like I have been trying really hard lately
Yeah.
to be better, and the social engagement is really hard. It's
Yeah.
really hard.
But that's how we come back to networking, and how it doesn't only have to do with like the creativity and the inspiration and the work with the videos. It
Hmm.
has to do a lot with networking, or you being lucky and getting a viral video or something.
Yeah.
But and then like I said, like I feel like the first 1,000 is extremely hard,
Hmm.
but then you get kind of like push from that, and then you get stuck at around 6,000 is what
Yeah.
I've seen, and then you get stuck at 12,000. You know what I mean? But the more you have, it's easier to grow
Yeah.
because you have more people talking about you.
Yeah.
But these first 1,000 are so hard,
Hmm.
and you can't really just sit around and hoping someone will notice you if you don't really shove it in people's faces. And I like I told Basted, like I think we're too polite for social media.
Yeah.
But excuse me, I would really appreciate if you look at my video, but only if you want to.
Yeah.
I'm not
I'm not
pressuring you.
I'm not trying to pressure you. Totally up to you. I'd really appreciate it. But I don't want to be, it's whatever you want to do.
I know people have a job, like people have work to do, people have kids, like I know. It's like you can't really go into it with that mindset. It's like, watch my video.
Yeah. Watch it right now. Yeah. Stop what
Watch
you're
it 10
doing.
times. Tell a friend. Tell 5 friends.
Don't forget to subscribe and hit.
Oh, I lost you. There you are. Oh. Now I can hear myself though.
Hello?
Hello?
Okay. I'm here.
Oh,
I
now it's
can hear
good.
you.
Now it's good.
Okay. All right.
Oh, yeah, no, I just feel like, but if we talk about like you need to shove it down their throat like it's peas and a baby. Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
hard though to find the baby. Like who is the baby? Like I
Yeah.
have the peas, but I can't find the baby.
Hmm. Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
I think that if we just go back to inspiration, like because we had a whole lot a live stream about the networking, it's something we could talk about a lot. I can come back and say that I did work harder on my networking, and it has improved numbers on my social media, so it is like helpful. I think I gained like 100 followers on Twitter in 2 days
Hmm.
after I started networking. I gained 100 on Twitter in like a week
Yeah.
after I started networking. Like it works. But YouTube is totally different because
Yeah.
no one engages with the YouTube tweets or my Instagram. Nobody cares about YouTube on Twitter.
Yeah.
I have figured out. It's so hard. Like just click the damn link.
Mm.
Push that subscribe button. Get me to 1,000.
Yeah. Yeah. Because ultimately, what it comes down to is like, you know, yes, it is fun, and yes, it is a passion project. But at the same time, like you're putting a lot of time and a lot of energy into something, and you kind of want to be rewarded for it.
Mhm.
And that reward is monetization.
Mm. It's like if you get the monetization and you get the money from YouTube, it kind of it becomes a bonus, and
Yes,
it also helps you if you want to like
invest.
invest in your channel, if you want better camera quality, if you want better lighting, if you want more makeup, if you want to try different kinds of things.
Yep.
And if you're lucky enough, you get the option to maybe go down in your work hours on your regular job and
Hmm.
put more time on your channel. You
Yeah.
know, because YouTube is a long form format. A tweet is just 240 characters. Yeah, exactly. It's people are like the concentration level of people today, including myself. I'm not putting anyone down. Like I am the same. I work the same way. I rarely watch videos
Yeah.
because I don't have time. Like I have my own channel. I have my friends' channels. I have my kids. I have like my private life. To like I can't watch 10 videos a day that are like 20 plus minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. Um,
Unfortunately.
I'm lucky enough that I don't have children. I have cats and a husband.
Well, I
Um,
have those too.
but I don't have a seriously active social life either. So, I can't afford to spend time on YouTube and watching, 4 or 5 videos a day. It just depends on the kind of day that I'm having, if I have work or not, if I'm sick or not, and, having issues with my pain. It all just depends. And some
Hmm.
days I will watch, um, I'll watch several videos and some days I don't. Some days I don't watch anything.
No. Yeah, it kind of depends. And I also go through periods where I only watch creepypastas,
Mhm.
where I only watch beauty videos, only watch, I don't know, gaming channels.
Mhm.
I have my periods. But to be honest, I don't really watch makeup channels.
Okay.
I'm
That's
not
good.
I'm not a big follower of makeup channels. I have my select few that I want to support,
Yeah.
but I have never, and that's the thing. I think a lot of people watches makeup channels to get inspiration or to learn about products and stuff like that. I have like I don't gather inspiration from other makeup artists
Yeah.
like that. So I don't, my mind don't work the same as many others when it comes to inspiration and finding inspiration.
Yeah.
I prefer to learn by doing it myself and not following tutorials.
Mhm.
So it's just how I work. So I don't get anything from tutorials. I watch Tati, her reviews, because I like them. And
Yeah.
sometimes I watch makeup looks if the person in question is entertaining me.
Yeah.
And I actually use YouTube more as a listening device. I rarely watch videos. I listen to them because I multitask. I am doing the dishes, I'm taking care of the kids, I'm doing this and that while I listen. So I prefer talking videos.
Mm.
Mine doesn't either, but not an inspiration just to rest. Yeah, it doesn't work the same way. I used to love Madness Monday and What the Fuck on Tati's channel. Yeah, I think she kind of had to change because of getting demonetized and stuff like that. When she couldn't even use What the Fuck
Yeah.
as a title
Yeah.
and stuff like that, which is stupid. I think that a lot of YouTubers have been losing inspiration and been losing the drive to create because of the rules that YouTube has enforced.
Yeah.
Like it's like I want to have my creative process, but I have to be creative in this frame of rules. And
Yeah.
like for me, I don't work well with rules.
Mm-hmm.
I get really pissy about it.
Yeah. What shits me off about it is that YouTube has different rules for different creators.
Yeah,
It's not a
definitely.
blanket across the board. Like Shane can say fuck in his video 5 times and not get demonetized.
Hmm.
But someone else says it once and boom, straight away demonetized.
Yeah. And
You know?
also, I feel like a lot of channels are like, I think they are put on some sort of a list where they are automatically demonetized because of who they are.
Mhm.
Like, I know that Nick had a huge problem. Nick Snyder had a huge problem with demonetization.
Yeah. He had to literally
PewDiePie,
change his entire intro.
yeah.
You know?
PewDiePie had a huge problem. He can't swear. Like, he
Mm-hmm.
can't say one single swear word or he's demonetized. But Markiplier, who's also a huge gamer channel, he can swear all how many times he wants.
Yeah.
Or Jacksepticeye, they swear a lot on their channels, and they are not even affected in the
Yeah.
slightest.
Yeah.
So it's really like people are put under different rules.
Yeah.
And because YouTube doesn't tell creators what the rules are, it's like,
Yep.
so how do I do this in order to still get monetized? Because I get that people want to get the payment check.
Yeah.
Of course they want it. Like it's a huge bonus, especially if you don't have if you treat it as your job.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. I feel like YouTube doesn't reward its creators anymore. Like
No.
it's not about the creative process anymore. It's I don't know how to explain it. It just doesn't feel like it's for creators by creators anymore, kind of thing.
No. If I live streamed whilst gaming, I would be banned for life. You know, the cash cows can do whatever they want. Exactly, the cash cows can do whatever they want. But if you are a person with some sort of problematic past or something, it's like you can't do anything. I also feel like micro channels or smaller channels are not being prioritized at all. Like it's like YouTube is treating smaller channels like, please go away. We have the ones we want now.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're not rewarded for your hard work, really.
No,
I mean, not
since
anymore.
they no, since they changed administrations, YouTube keep going down the drain. Yeah, unfortunately, I feel like that is happening. I can actually understand that they have to change stuff in order to get people to want to put ads on YouTube. At the same time, I don't think it's as bad as they make it out to be.
Mm.
Of course, like YouTube is huge. People watch videos like crazy. I don't think people like businesses cares if someone in a video swears. I think like the important thing is to concentrate on hate speech and violence
Yes.
and illegal stuff. Like swear words, I really doubt they care.
Yeah. Yeah. I
But
mean,
it's like they
honestly, like swearing is not it's not that big of a deal. Like
mm,
everybody swears.
yeah, and it's like I don't know why uh you haven't streamed in almost 3 months, Bastet. Get on it, girl. I
Naughty,
said that for
naughty.
Angelo. The lady owner of YouTube is extremely biased and money hungry. Yeah, I think a lot of people with money want more money.
Oh yeah.
But I just it's so annoying because it's like it's easy to track a swear word,
Mm-hmm.
but it's hard to track hate speech.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they just took what's easy to find and like put a strike on it.
Yeah.
But hate speech is normal speech, but with different context.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I did stream like a month or so, Angelo.
Jeez, Angelo, fighting in the comment section.
Why you fighting?
Why you fighting each other?
Mm. I just like if I ever get to 1,000, like because I don't have a job, I can't work because of my pain.
Mm-hmm.
But I can YouTube. Like I
Yeah.
can do YouTube in a
Yeah.
way that works for me. I can control my own hours. I can work when I have no pain. Um and because like my pain doesn't follow social hours, like work hours. It
Yeah.
has its own schedule.
Yeah.
But so I can work with stuff like YouTube. And if I ever get monetized, I would definitely treat it as an income and a job.
Oh yeah.
And
100%.
yeah, they leave okay, but they leave problematic people like the Logans and the Charles do what they want and trend no matter what it. Yeah, exactly. Like they have their cash cows that can do whatever they want,
Yeah.
even though they are highly problematic.
Yeah. Well, I mean, shit, she took James Charles to the fucking Met Gala.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, exactly. Like, and James Charles, like, I think because I don't watch James Charles, I can't stand him. And but when I watch like compilations of him, he's highly sexual in the way he speaks,
yes.
and his
Very
audience is
appropriate.
so young. I don't know if he swears a lot, but his innuendos on sex and whatever is like out there. And that seems to be no issue. And what is her name? Susan, the CEO, the owner. She did like a tour where she visited these big YouTubers in LA. Like I think she met Jenna. I think she met Shane, James, etc. Like like YouTube is not consisting of 10 people, 10
Yeah.
channels.
Yeah.
It's the people watching, and it's the micro channels. It's the the 50,000 are micro channels. I can't really get my head around that. um everything under a million is the biggest thing on YouTube. Like we don't have a lot of 1 million plus channels.
Mm.
Most of them are 100,000, 200,000, etc.
Mm.
I can't stand him either. I'll say no more. Now, like, if we wanted to, we could have a 3-hour rant about James, but
Yeah. Yeah. On this channel, ranting? What? No.
never. But what helps me and what I think helps you when it comes to inspiration, just tying back to that before we have to end,
Yeah.
is like surrounding yourself with people who push you in the right way.
Yeah.
Because when people push me too hard in a way that doesn't mesh with me, it kind of has the opposite effect.
Yeah. It's kind of like,
Like,
well, I'm not going to do it. Like
yeah,
it's like a spiteful kind of thing. It's like out of spite, you're just
yeah.
not going to do it.
And for me, it's like if I feel like I get pressured too hard and I feel like I can't do it or don't like want to do it just then, I kind of go into hiding.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
I can't deal with this right now. I'm gonna go. Like
Yeah.
that's my reaction.
Yeah.
But I have high hopes for Lady Quiz channel. I am going to have like a launching party when Lady Queef starts to. Well, yeah, I push you all the time. Yeah, you do, Bastet.
You
But
do.
with you, I can say no, not right now.
Yeah.
But with a lot of people, it's like if you say no, people take it in the wrong way, like you're being rude
Yeah. Yeah.
or like just a bitch. The way you and Angelo and Rox and everyone is pushing me is like it works for me.
Yeah.
And you back off if you get that I'm not in the mood for
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Um,
You guys are encouraging. You're not um you
Bossing around.
yeah.
Well, maybe Nagalo does that sometimes, but in a good way.
Nagalo. Love it. But yeah, so that's basically it, guys. That's been our hour. To the people that came in, I just want to say thank you very much. I hope this video helps. If you feel like you have been in a bit of a rut, thank you so much for joining us. I'm gonna sign off. And yeah, from Evelina and myself, thank you. Is there
Thank
anything else
you.
you want to add?
No.
No? Okay.
No. No.
No. No. All right, guys. We will see you next week if we don't see you before then. All right. Take care, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, guys, and welcome back to our